Hello everyone, and welcome to this whirlwind tour of Scotland, a country that's as captivating as a freshly poured dram of whiskey on a misty Highland morn. From ancient castles perched on craggy cliffs to vibrant cities bursting with life, Scotland's magic is undeniable. Now I know what you're thinking, Scotland's great, but where do I even begin? Well, fret no more, my friends, because we've done the hard work for you. We're about to dive headfirst into the top 3 cities that should be on every visitor's bucket list. So buckle up, grab a wee dram yourselves, if you're so inclined, and get ready to be swept away by the irresistible charm of 3 of Scotland's best cities. Later on, we also have an interesting question for you, so stick around and all will be revealed. First up, we're whisking you away to Edinburgh, Scotland's capital, and a city that's practically bursting at the seams with history, culture, and a whole lot of charm. Imagine, if you will, strolling down the cobbled streets of the Royal Mile, the ancient heart of the city, with its towering tenements and hidden closes whispering tales of centuries past. And speaking of tales, you can practically feel the weight of history pressing down on you as you gaze up at Edinburgh Castle, perched atop its volcanic throne. This iconic fortress, overlooking the city like a watchful guardian, has witnessed it all, from royal banquets and bloody battles to the whispers of ghostly apparitions said to roam its ramparts. But Edinburgh isn't just about the past, darling. It's a city that knows how to live it up in the present. The city comes alive during the Edinburgh Fringe Festival, a whirlwind of comedy, theatre, and every other art form imaginable. It's a glorious celebration of creativity that takes over the entire city, leaving you utterly breathless and wanting more. Now let's talk about those charming closes I mentioned earlier. These narrow, winding alleyways, tucked away like secret passageways, are just begging to be explored. You never know what hidden gems you might stumble upon. A cozy pub, a quirky bookshop, or perhaps even a secret garden tucked away from the hustle and bustle. And speaking of pubs, Edinburgh has a knack for them. From traditional Victorian-era pubs with their etched glass and dark wood, to trendy gastropubs serving up innovative dishes, there's a pub for every taste and every budget. Pull up a stool, order a pint of local ale or a wee dram of whiskey, and soak up the lively atmosphere. But Edinburgh's charm extends beyond its historic streets and lively pubs. Venture into the enchanting world of Dean Village, a tranquil oasis nestled along the Water of Leith. With its charming cottages, picturesque riverbanks, and a sense of peace that feels worlds away from the city, Dean Village is like stepping into a fairy tale. And if you're in the mood for a bit of greenery, look no further than Princes Street Gardens, a sprawling park right in the heart of the city. Stretching out beneath the imposing shadow of Edinburgh Castle, these gardens offer a welcome respite from the urban bustle. Of course, no trip to Edinburgh would be complete without a proper cup of tea and a scone, preferably enjoyed with a view. Head up to Calton Hill, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, for panoramic vistas of the city that will take your breath away. As the sun begins to set, casting a golden glow over the city, Edinburgh transforms once again. The castle, illuminated against the darkening sky, takes on a magical quality, while the streets below come alive with the twinkling lights of pubs and restaurants. So there you have it, Edinburgh, a city that effortlessly blends history, culture, and a healthy dose of Scottish charm. It's a city that will steal your heart and leave you longing to return for more. Next, we're off to Glasgow, Scotland's largest city, and a place that pulsates with a vibrant energy all its own. Forget any preconceived notions you might have about Scotland being all castles and kilts. Glasgow is a city that embraces its industrial past while looking firmly towards the future, a place where art, music, and a warm Glaswegian welcome await. Now, Glasgow's not afraid to show off its edgy side. This is a city that wears its industrial heritage like a badge of honor, with its grand Victorian buildings and converted warehouses, now housing trendy bars, art galleries, and independent shops. But don't let that industrial exterior fool you. Glasgow's got a heart of gold. The people here are known for their friendliness and their wicked sense of humor. They'll make you feel right at home faster than you can say haggis, neeps, and tatties. Speaking of art, Glasgow's art scene is nothing short of phenomenal. From the masterpieces housed within the Kelvin Grove Art Gallery and Museum, to the vibrant street art that adorns many a brick wall, Glasgow is a city that breathes creativity. And let's not forget about the music. Glasgow's music scene is legendary, with an eclectic mix of venues showcasing everything from traditional Celtic music to cutting-edge indie bands. head to the Barrowland Ballroom, a Glasgow institution, for a night of unforgettable live music. But Glasgow's beauty extends beyond its urban heart. Take a stroll along the banks of the River Clyde, once a bustling shipbuilding hub, and admire the modern architecture that now graces its shores. The Glasgow Science Centre, with its futuristic titanium-clad building, is a testament to the city's forward-thinking spirit. And for a taste of tranquility amidst the urban buzz, escape to the Botanic Gardens. This Victorian-era oasis, with its exotic glass houses, sprawling lawns and a sense of peace that belies its city centre location, is the perfect place to escape the hustle and bustle. Foodies, rejoice. Glasgow's culinary scene is as diverse and exciting as the city itself. From Michelin-starred restaurants to cosy cafes serving up hearty Scottish fare, Glasgow's got something to tantalise every taste bud. And don't even get me started on the Indian food. It's some of the best you'll find outside of India. As the day winds down, Glasgow truly comes into its own. The city lights reflect off the River Clyde, creating a magical atmosphere. Pubs and bars overflow with locals and visitors alike, sharing stories and laughter over pints of local ale. So there you have it. Glasgow, a city that's as gritty as it is glamorous, as friendly as it is fierce. It's a city that will surprise you, charm you, and leave you wanting more. Chapter 3. Aberdeen, the granite city with a heart of gold and a view of the sea. And finally, we arrive in Aberdeen, Scotland's third largest city and a hidden gem just waiting to be discovered. Perched on the rugged northeast coast, Aberdeen is a city that's as beautiful as it is unexpected. With its sparkling coastline, fascinating maritime history, and unique granite architecture that shimmers like silver in the sunlight, Aberdeen is a feast for the senses. Now, Aberdeen's got a nickname that might sound a bit, well, hard. They call it the Granite City, and for good reason. The city's built from locally quarried granite, giving it a distinctive silvery grey glow that's particularly striking on a sunny day. But don't let that tough exterior fool you. Aberdeen's got a heart of gold. The people here are known for their warmth, their down-to-earth nature, and their love of a good time. You'll feel right at home in Aberdeen, whether you're sipping whiskey in a traditional pub or exploring the city's hidden gems. Speaking of hidden gems, Aberdeen's got plenty of those. Start your exploration in the heart of the city at Castlegate, a historic square that's home to some of Aberdeen's most iconic landmarks, including the 16th century Mercat Cross and the impressive Salvation Army Citadel. From Castlegate, wander down Union Street, Aberdeen's grand thoroughfare, and marvel at the architectural grandeur of its granite buildings. Pop into one of the many independent shops or cafes that line the street and soak up the city's unique atmosphere. But no trip to Aberdeen would be complete without a visit to the harbour. Aberdeen's maritime history is deeply intertwined with its identity, and the harbour is where it all comes to life. Take a stroll along the quayside, breathe in the salty air, and watch as fishing boats and oil rigs come and go. For a glimpse into Aberdeen's seafaring past, head to the Aberdeen Maritime Museum. Housed in a beautifully restored 16th century building, the museum tells the story of Aberdeen's relationship with the sea, from its early days as a fishing village to its modern-day role as a global energy hub. And if you're feeling brave, why not take a boat trip out to see the resident dolphins? Aberdeen is one of the best places in the UK to spot these playful creatures in their natural habitat. It's an experience you won't soon forget. But Aberdeen's beauty extends beyond its city limits. Just a short drive away, you'll find yourself in the heart of Aberdeenshire, a region of rolling hills, dramatic coastlines, and of course, castles. Visit Dunnottar Castle, perched precariously on a cliff top overlooking the North Sea, and let your imagination run wild with tales of kings, queens, and ancient battles. And if you're a whiskey lover, you've come to the right place. Aberdeenshire is home to some of Scotland's finest whiskey distilleries. Take a tour, sample the local produce, and learn the secrets behind Scotland's national drink. As the sun sets over the North Sea, casting a warm glow over the granite buildings, Aberdeen takes on a magical quality. The city lights twinkle, reflecting off the water, and the sound of laughter spills out from pubs and restaurants. So there you have it. Aberdeen, a city that's as solid as granite, as warm as a dram of whiskey, and as beautiful as the rugged coastline that surrounds it. It's a city that will surprise you, charm you, and leave you wondering why you haven't visited sooner. Now for the question we mentioned earlier, which cities do you think are the best to visit, and why? Let us know in the comments, we really value your input. So there you have it, Edinburgh, Glasgow and Aberdeen. 3 incredible cities that offer a taste of everything that makes Scotland such a captivating destination. Whether you're drawn to history, culture, nature, or simply the warmth of the Scottish people, these cities have something for everyone. For more information on planning your Scottish adventure, be sure to check out the links in the description below. We've included resources for accommodation, transportation, and of course, all the best places to eat, drink, and be merry. And don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel for more travel inspiration and share it with your friends. Until next time, happy travels.